Thanks for joining us for part 2 of the TGCPS General Q&A webinar.
Yes, Janos.
Hi, I have a couple of questions about this, about some of the things. So when you talked about the food that's being provided, what about people who have dietary restrictions?
As far as the hotel breakfasts are concerned, I'm guessing they're pretty on top of that kind of thing. I'm assuming here, I admit that they know how to, serve a variety of options to diverse crowd.
I look at it from a financial perspective. If someone's going to be like, oh, I'll pay for meals, and then find out that they can't, they've spent $300 extra for food that they can't eat.
Right.
That's the complication that can arise from that
Right,
kind of thing.
right.
So
okay, so also I and in an effort to counter that, what I'm working on is tokens. So you will, in theory, you should have some, flexibility.
You have a process and a procedure in place for all of that.
Exactly.
That's great.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Lots of flexibility, no problem.
Yeah.
But, the structure.
Some other questions for people who are presenting, because there's a variety of different types of scripts and options there, particularly for people who might be presenting operas or musicals. What equipment is provided for them? Will they have speaker hookups? Does everyone have to crowd around their iPhone if they're bringing backing tracks?
Right.
Are instruments going to be provided for people, like, aside if there is going to be a piano, or do people have to provide their own instruments, their own sound equipment, or just beatbox?
Yes. Yes. And that's a great question. And I have to tell you, frankly, the answer is I don't know exactly the answer. Although I'm not worried that anybody's going to have to do without what they want or need to make the best presentation of their script. And the only reason I say that is because without having the scripts, there's no way of knowing what the need is. Right. So, right. So like, I better look for a grand piano in case we need one. No. Right.
Okay. So
I need a grand piano, then we'll put that in motion and see where that goes. Right.
So it's dependent upon the submissions and the requirements put through the submissions.
Exactly.
And it will be sourced. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Same thing with the showcase players.
Yeah.
Right. We have no idea what the casting needs are at this point. So it's, you know what I mean? We have no idea. So, once we get an idea of, how many women, how many men, how old they have to be, blah, 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 all those kinds of characteristics that we can put together that group. And I should say on that note as well, we are compiling a list of local performers and directors, maybe designers too, in case you want to include that element, on a page on the website. So you don't have to go through the showcase players. You can, go rogue and find your own people if you want. The showcase players are available because it's a nice, handy, easy thing for some people, right?
Yeah.
If it does fit your needs, that's very convenient. If it doesn't, though, there's still a lot of options.
Excellent. One of my final questions so far is the event takes place over the course of 4 days, right? So what are the other planned activities that are going to be happening? Obviously, there's the, hey, come in and show us what you got 10 minutes. So there's going to be slots that are arrayed for that. But is that the entirety of the event, or is there, I saw on the website there's someone's giving something on May 12th, right? That's Rebecca Burton.
Yes.
Has a presentation. Are there going to be other presentations? Is there other networking events, or seminars or something else that's there? Or is it, all right, come in, do your thing, and you don't have to stick around and you can head on home or whatever?
Right. Well, I guess you can go home if you want to,
Yeah.
but I'd stick around for the party personally.
Yeah.
So there's kind of 3 layers the way I see it. The one layer is the base layer, the foundational layer is the showcases. Okay. And we've got in theory 2 sets of those every day, 2 hours in the morning, another 2 hours set in the afternoon, because it's 15 minutes per playwright in total, so that's 4 per hour, right?
Yeah.
So 2 sessions.
A 10-minute presentation with 5 minutes of
you get
time to
present.
Oh, 3. Yeah.
You get 3 minutes to present. So basically you're setting up the audience in the best, like you're setting the audience up in the best way possible so that they can be the most receptive to what they're about to see. So whatever it is they need to be told in order to enjoy it the most, that's what, oh, thank you. Thank you, Peter. Peter's leaving us, but thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming.
3 minutes.
3 minutes, right? Thank you.
To present in the best light.
Right, presenting it so that the audience can enjoy the following 10 minutes to the maximum possible.
Gotcha.
In addition to that, you've got 1 minute to get on the stage and 1 minute to get off. 15 minutes, and it's strict.
Yeah.
There's actually going to be a giant cane that holds the performers off the stage if they go over time. And I have a lineup of people who want to run the cane.
Yeah, yeah. You might want to put me on that list.
Okay. So there's that. The second level is the seminars and workshops and things like that. And that's being built right now.
Okay.
You're right. Rebecca's going to be there. She's going to give us some information about, how to stick up for yourself in a contract after you've been the yes. How do you stick up for yourself in a contract in the appropriate way so that you don't scare anybody off and, blah, 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 all that stuff. That, for example, there's the headliner, the feature thing, which is the roundtable discussion with Kelly from Mirvish and Keith from Stratford. They're going to talk, anyway, it doesn't matter, that and other workshops and things like that, a variety of things that people can choose from, wherever they want to, beef up their chops or whatever.
Good.
And then on the other level is the parties. And of course, that's, another excellent, friend making tool right there. There'll be, so Thursday is the headline event. Like I said, the roundtable discussion. And that night, Thursday night, is the Thursday night theater party. So that's the culmination. That's where we all go, we did it, and everything else, and go wild. Somebody naked shows up always. I don't know why. And then the next day, we're gonna have brunch because we're assuming that breakfast is forgone after such a party, a fiesta. And then Lupper will be the next meal, and that will be graced with the Lupper Awards, which are yet to be announced really officially because I don't have a design for them yet. But they're being designed by a master European goldsmith, and they incorporate sterling silver and amylite, which is a precious organic gem, one of the rarest in the world, only found in Alberta. So that's kind of what, does that answer your question of things?
Oh, yeah.
For example, the showcases, one of the things we're working on is going to a small town just outside of Grand Prairie. It's just the transportation we got to work out at this point. Go to the small town to do a showcase. They've got a whole bunch of historical buildings. This is a great opportunity, depending on what, for certain scripts, to be able to showcase in, very specific, ambiented stages.
Yeah.
With specific acoustics and things like that, kind of like, you know, old churches and things like that. It's kind of neat. And then we'll be gifted with a walking tour of the historic area of the town, which it was once the breadbasket of the British Empire. So it's not a nothing. It's actually kind of neat. And then we get to go to a market, and you know, so those are the kinds of things that we're setting up, trying to put together. You know, we want everybody to have fun. Everybody to have fun.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Questions. Thank you.
I know you said, I saw from a bio on your website that you worked in the 80s in Toronto doing big theater productions, and since then you've been music, sort of music promotion. But what's drawn you back to promoting Canadian theater now?